Alright, so TikTok just had its first day in court regarding its potential ban in the United States. Unless overturned, the law is set to take effect on January 19th. If the case drags on, an extension appears likely. The legal battle in D.C. showcases the most high-profile fight in history between digital free speech and protection of national security. The Justice Department has asked that the 3-judge panel issue a ruling by December. Whatever the ruling, it can be appealed to a full panel of the Federal Appeals Court. After that, either side can ask the Supreme Court to weigh in on the issue. Lawyers for TikTok argue the app is being unfairly singled out, claiming that forcing the shutdown of a service used by 170 million Americans is a gross violation of the First Amendment rights of U.S. users. TikTok's lawyer Andrew Pincus argued that if the government wants to ban TikTok, it has to show what's known as strict scrutiny, which means a compelling reason to do so, and it must prove that it has exhausted all other ways of dealing with TikTok's issue before banning. He is arguing that the government has failed both of those tests. Department of Justice lawyer Daniel Tenney said TikTok compiles vast troves of data from millions of the Americans who use it. He said the problem is the same data is extremely valuable to a foreign adversary trying to compromise the United States. He said it is possible that ByteDance one day could manipulate its algorithm to boost pro-China videos or try to turn Americans against the U.S. in an attempt to recruit an intelligence asset. The court said that Americans are choosing to see that, and by banning the app, it would take the right away. The court also added the fact that it's being denied subjects this to serious First Amendment scrutiny, which is a good sign for TikTok because the court is acknowledging their argument and saying that it's a pretty good one. However, significant portions of the DOJ's case has been redacted or blacked out, with Biden administration officials claiming that releasing it, even to TikTok's lawyers, could pose exceptionally grave damage to America's national security. It's very, very interesting that they say it's such a huge national security issue, even though Biden had an account, Kamala Harris had an account, Trump has an account, several members of Congress have an account, and they're not worried about that. What began as a scheduled 1-hour debate between TikTok and some of its content creators on one side and the U.S. government on the other stretched into a lengthy back and forth at the court, with the judges asking tough questions to determine where TikTok's U.S. operations end and ByteDance's really begins. So it wasn't a huge victory for either side. So it's going to be a 3-person panel. Then from there, either side can go to the full appeals court, and then from there, they can go to the Supreme Court. So I'll let you know any updates as they come in.